It's time for the bye week, and that also means it's time to discuss what happened before the bye week and plans for after the bye week. Now, as of right now, the Portland River Hogs are sitting at the worst record in the National Football League, and they are currently set up to have the second overall pick in the upcoming draft. Now, due to popular belief of people thinking that the River Hogs traded away this year's first-round pick, that is not the case. That was next year's first-round pick. And the reasoning behind that was, well, we needed a quarterback. Chase Daniel's accurate. Did the River Hogs give up too much for him? Most likely. Especially now that he's hurt, they most likely gave up too much for him. But it is not this year's first-round pick. River Hogs are not that dumb. So, basically, the whole idea behind that is that not this upcoming year, but the year after that, we aren't going to need a first-round pick because we're going to have so much money to spend in free agency. We have like $45 million of cap room right now, and then that's all going to be put into free agency and the draft to improve this team. And we're going to have the foundation and hopefully be able to be like a 9-7, maybe sneak into playoffs in Season 3 of River Hogs. That's basically the plan, and that's why I felt comfortable enough giving away that first-round pick to the Chiefs, because they wanted those guys, so you might as well just give them to them, because we didn't need Posluszny, and we didn't need that first-round pick. At least I don't believe so, because Posluszny's traded away. We had a middle linebacker who was just sitting there doing absolutely nothing every game, and he's like 2 overall points lower, and he's like 5 to 6 years younger. So why not get younger so you can build for the future instead of sticking to have a guy around your team who's 31 and he's just going to digress as the years go on. So far on the season, the River Hogs have the 30th total offense, the 32nd pass offense, which is dead last in the National Football League, and the 9th rushing offense. That just shows that Smash and Dash, Kenyon Barner, and Jonas Gray, they are quality backs. They've picked it up, they've been able to play well. Kenyon Barner, definitely Dash. Jonas Gray, you put him in for the short yardage. Sometimes when the other guy is tired, you get basically split their carries, and they complement each other really well, and they've shown that considering we have the 9th rushing offense on a team that's 1-6. And then they're also 32nd in points per game, which once again, dead last in scoring points. Then we flip things over to the defense, which is where the defense has picked things up after a few games of getting completely blown out and just getting embarrassed at the secondary and getting embarrassed altogether. The defense really picked things up. They're currently 10th in defense, 7th in pass defense, 21st in rush. The run's still kind of killing them. And then we were 1st in sacks, 26 total sacks so far in the season. And then for the turnover differential, the River Hogs currently have the worst turnover differential in the National Football League at -17, and they have the most turnovers altogether. Picks, fumbles, all that. The most turnovers altogether in the National Football League, and that's definitely something that's going to kill a team. It shows that's pretty much a huge reason why they are currently 1-6 instead of for the second overall pick. It doesn't look like things are going to get better. And the reason why this River Hogs team's future for this season is not looking up is because Chase Daniel, the quarterback they just traded for, in the previous week took a huge hit from Thomas Davis. He's out for 7 weeks, broken collarbone. Just like that, plays 2 games, can't even finish the second one, he's gone. Done. He'll be back late in the season, but is it even worth playing him at that point? I don't know. Well, that's for a future decision. Right now, we need to decide who is going to be the starting quarterback for the majority of this season, and that being the obvious choice, Blake Bortles, considering they just spent a high first-round pick on him. He's thrown for 789 yards, 4 touchdowns to 9 interceptions so far in this season. Then you have Chad Henne, who's played a few games, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, and 6 interceptions. The thing with Henne is he's been able to move the ball down the field. He's been able to move the ball down the field, get in the red zone, get into the other side of get in the other team's territory, but then once he gets into that other team's territory or in the red zone, he throws a pick, turns the ball over. And that's Henne's problem. But then we have Ladarius Glass, who's the dark horse in this whole situation, undrafted rookie at a Wisconsin Whitewater. He came in relief in a game where Bortles got hurt and Henne had to come in. And then Henny threw a pick on the first play, so Glass came in the rest of the game. He threw for 115 yards that game, where he came in relief, but he threw a pick towards the end of the game that was kind of just like a desperation, just might as well just go for it, just chuck it up there. That was really the pick. It wasn't exactly his fault. It was just kind of 15 seconds left in the game. We're going to lose anyway, so let's just try to get a bomb. That was pretty much the situation, how Glass threw his pick. And really the only thing that's good on this offense is the run game of Smash and Dash. Smash being Jonas Gray, 43 carries on the season, 229 yards, and a touchdown, 5.3 yards per carry. Then you've got Dash. Kenyon Barmer, the former Oregon Duck, played in Oregon in college, back in Oregon for the pros. He's got 49 carries, 347 yards, 2 touchdowns on 7.1 yards per carry, which is absolutely insane, especially for an NFL running back. Cecil Shorts, Avante Brady, and Mercedes Lewis have been decent in the receiving game. Shorts has 29 receptions, 406 yards with 2 touchdowns. Avante Brady, 24 receptions, 320 yards with 3 touchdowns, while Lewis has 22 receptions, 320 yards, and no touchdowns. But the receiving game isn't going to do anything until you get a good offensive line to protect your quarterback, and you get a quarterback who can make plays happen. He's efficient, doesn't turn the ball over, and right now the Riverhogs don't have that offensive line, and they don't have that quarterback. They have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. 2 of them have proven they can't be that guy. One of them has proven that he hasn't proven anything. He hasn't gotten a chance. That's Darius Glass. And we're going to end this discussion off with, who do you, the viewers, think should start at quarterback? Now, it is ultimately up to Mark Helfrich who starts, but who do you think should be the starting quarterback for the foreseeable future for this Riverhogs team? Now, that's not next season. That's not when Chase Daniel comes back. That's not what we're deciding. We're deciding who's going to start while Chase Daniel is out. Who do you think should play? Blake Bortles, 789 yards, like I said. You know the stats. So you got Blake Bortles, Chad Henne out of Michigan, the veteran guy. He's turned the ball over, but he's able to move the chains down the field into the red zone. He just needs to improve on working in the red zone. Or the dark horse, the underdog, the undrafted rookie out of Wisconsin Whitewater, Ladarius Glass. Who should be the starting quarterback now that Chase Daniel's injured? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And Mark Helfrich will be deciding in week 8, or week 9, week 9, when the Riverhogs travel to New Jersey to take on the New York Jets. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Money, it's a gas.